Look at me when spoken to. I am going to read the list of crimes you have been charged with by the city, and the sentence that has been attributed to you as a result of finding you guilty. Listen carefully. I need to make sure you understand everything. Citizen, you have been found guilty of instigating a revolution to overthrow the government by unionizing, participating in unauthorized political meetings, protesting, vandalism, attempting to destroy key city buildings, preventing the proper functioning of automatons, stealing resources such as food, wood, clothes, coal, and medicine. You will spend the rest of your time here in prison until a day is set for your punishment. You are hereby sentenced to be erased from the Register of Commons, thereby losing the privilege to be remembered by those who will come after, and, as last punishment, being thrown into the generator during a public execution. So the law speaks. But not all is lost, citizen. You can still redeem yourself. If you so choose this path, your body will not be offered to the generator. You will instead be sent to an outpost as labor until your debt to the city is paid off. How long? 84 years. The city tries to be merciful and you laugh. Has your mind been corrupted so that you do not see what a clement offer this is? Yes, you will die before the end of your sentence, but your name shall stay forever in the Register of Commons to be remembered, and you shall not serve as an example for the whole city to learn what happens to those who do not align with its laws and rules. You should be grateful. Not all are offered an escape from the fire. To avoid public execution, we ask for names of those who still plot against the city and the generator. Those with whom you've worked, as your actions are not a one-person job. Some have already been captured and detained. Some have already spoken. And you should follow their lead. The city offers you the chance to give us this information freely, of your own volition. If you do not take this chance, if you do not grasp this olive branch extended to you, then all names, locations, and other knowledge you might have shall be taken by force. Yes, force. You are no fool, citizen. You know what I am, what I represent. Correct. I belong to the sisterhood. Those who worship the generator, those who dedicate their lives to its well-being, and thus the well-being of the city. You, by your actions, represent a threat to the established order, just as the rest of the rebels do. This is why I have been called here today, to retrieve all information you have in your possession by any means necessary. I would advise against any attempt to fight back, to prevent the smooth running of the interrogation, or to lash out at me. This is your first warning, citizen. At the second, I shall muzzle you, and believe me, I am not known for my tender touch. Plus, spitting at me in such a cold environment isn't the brightest of ideas. Do not waste your saliva on such a meaningless attempt. Use it to give me names. Make you? Oh, really? You want me to force the words out of your mouth? Oh no, don't worry. I have all the necessary tools in my bag to make you talk. But I would prefer you do it on your own, without my help. I know us sisters are seen as cruel, but it's not true. I do not take pleasure in torturing people. Are you taking this all as some kind of joke? Do you have any idea of the impact of your actions on the city and its future? Trying to take control of key buildings like mines or greenhouses means less production because of the mess you create there, which means less resources for those who follow the rules and have nothing to do with your wannabe uprising. If the city falls, the game is over, citizen. Do you understand that? Or maybe this little soon-to-be frozen or burnt mind of yours didn't go as far as to think of the aftermath of your rebellion. Have you forgotten of the other outposts where your little brothers and sisters did take control? You do, don't you? Then tell me, citizen, what happened there after government control fell? What happened to the families, the children, the elderly who believed in our great future, in the generator? Don't be shy. I can see it in your eyes. The despair of loss. It's here, at the tip of your tongue. They all died, and for what? An ideal life that cannot exist now that eternal winter has fallen upon us. A utopia whispered in the dead of night to bring hope in people's hearts. Sacrifice for the greater good. Spoken like a true tyrant. You use the same strategy as the city. She too demands sacrifice. She demands order, rigor, rules, laws. Because in such a climate, how else should we survive? How else would we be able to nourish the generator for him to bring us warmth, life, food, entertainment? Social stratification is meant to help. Have you not understood it yet? It demands sacrifice, of course, just like your order does, it seems. Sacrifice of some sectors for others to thrive. Without the workers, we all would fall, we all would disappear. How can you not see that your own are those upon whom stands the city? You are her backbone, her structure. And those who are sacrificed the most, yes, but remember, those who sacrifice themselves for the generator will know eternal warmth in the afterlife. Or have you forgotten what they taught us in school? A new order. And please, do tell, how would it work? Maybe you have an idea, you and your little friends. Maybe you have it all figured out. So, tell me, what will happen when you come into power? Do you have a plan? Do you know how to rule? Or maybe, just maybe, you haven't thought that far because you're not prepared, and deep down, you know that your cause is lost without even seeing the light of day. Do you know what will happen if you succeed? You will fall into the politics trap. A maze of greed, money, and power. You will lose your mind for meaningless earthly things. Bigger and warmer apartments, tastier food, more entertainment, better clothing. You will lose the ideals you are fighting for today. You will lose a worker's true essence. Which is the greatness and almightiness of the generator. You are born, raised, trained, and live for him, and only him. So he can warm us all and keep the eternal winter at bay. Don't scoff. We live and die by the generator, for the generator. Those who die for him will know eternal warmth. Those who die against him will know eternal frost, as the scriptures say. He is here to protect us, so we need to take care of him. He gave us life, we give it back to him. Perhaps you have forgotten who we are, the chosen ones, those who survived the end of the world. Do I believe in all these lies? That's quite the smart mouth you have here, insulting my commandments. You are either brave or just plainly senseless. Intriguing for someone whose fate is either quick death by fire or exhausting, freezing doom. Usually people I meet here beg for mercy or just stay silent, courageous until the end. But you are different. Shh. No, don't flinch. I'm not going to hurt you. Not unless you make me. By the generator. Your skin is so cold, already covered in frost. And your pulse is so low. If you're lucky enough, you will die here of cold. The most merciful end I know of. I don't get to talk with my patients, as I like to call them. So it's quite a first for me. And because we'll most likely never see each other again after I leave this place, part of me wants to bring my guard down for some reason. How so? I don't know. Maybe I'm just tired to play pretend, make believe. You ask me if I believe in all these religious stories. Do I really worship the generator? What do you think? Tell me. I'm curious. I'll let you in on a little secret. I don't, never have, never will. How can one believe a machine created by a man is a god? This is ludicrous. Why be a sister then? Oh, the answer is rather simple and mundane, I'm afraid. Nothing fancy, nothing coming out of a story or a tale. And just survival. That's why. Like so many of us in New London, I just try to survive. You're right. I could have chosen another path if I had the choice. Please, Don't you dare tell me we always have a choice. Because we don't. Some may have. I didn't. I was raised in one of the city's orphanages, and like so many children here, my parents died when I was too young to remember them, to have even so much as one memory of their faces or their voices. I was told my father died in the mines and my mother of some disease. When I was 15, the sisterhood came to the children's home, and I was sold off to them. I could have run away, but where? To whom? Who in their right mind would have taken an orphan to a household that doesn't have enough resources? Who would add another mouth to feed when there is almost no food for anyone in this place? But that's beautiful in a way, how your mind works. Like anything has a solution, any problem has an escape, a way out. Something as simple as just running away. But you don't think about the long-term consequences of your decisions and actions. Just like you didn't when you joined the rebels. Of course you didn't. What you seek, equality, resources, warmth, shelter for all, this, it all makes sense, and it should be so. But you do not see the bigger picture. Which one? That we live in the middle of a frozen world. That every winter we go through, it's becoming colder and colder. That the city always wants to expand more, meaning more people, meaning more resources necessary. That without strict rules, order and discipline, none of us would be alive today to tell the tale of the chosen ones. I mock the beliefs of the sisterhood and the faith keepers, but without them, I wouldn't be here today. I could be dead for all I know, or worse, working in the mines or going on expeditions to find people or materials. I have it easier than others. Is it the best life? Probably not, and it will probably never change. But at least I have a shelter, a goal, food on my plate. It could have been way worse. And you just decide on the spur of the moment that you want everything to change. How? How can you even have the energy for such thoughts when the rest of the world is just surviving? I'm just wondering, I'm curious really, how can you still have faith in a future that you know will never exist, but still try to reach it and believe in it? How can you be so optimistic? You just are. That's simple, huh? I guess I never really let myself dream. I've always been on survival mode, always. I don't know any better, like most citizens. I need to take time to dream. That's ridiculous. What good would it do to imagine a life I'll never be able to have, to reach, to experience? It will only nourish my resentment. Humor you? I mean, after all, I can indulge someone who's on death row. I don't know how to start. First thing that comes to mind, the sun. The sun. Warm, bright, no more snow. Trees and flowers everywhere. No more generators. Just natural warmth. No need to survive. Just live, exist, enjoy. Walking in a forest, surrounded by animals. A light breeze, warming sunlight. That is a nice dream to have. You share this dream, please. Of course you do. Is this how you plant your ideas in people's minds? By asking about their dreams? I could see that work. I can see how it would work. But that's enough for today. I still need names. And you need to talk. You're not going to make it easy, are you? Just keep the names. I do not wish to harm you. You will give me no choice if you do not speak. Stop saying that there is always a choice. Why does it upset me so much? Because I knew someone a long time ago who would always tell me when things went wrong at the orphanage. Remember, Alana, you always have the choice. I knew it was you from the second you came in here. You've changed, of course, you've grown, but you're still the same somehow. Carefree, even in the worst situations. Your eyes, they still hold this spark in them. Mischief, hope, dreams. Your smile, so infuriating and at the same time so charming, even now that you're facing death. I told you, I didn't become a sister by choice. I was sold, just like so many others. And please, don't tell me we always had the choice. It's a broken record at this point. Funny how life works. We were inseparable in youth, swore to always stick together no matter what. Then things changed and we took completely different paths, and now we meet again at the very end. How cruel. But it can be less so if you give me the names. No, I will not make you say them. With you, I can't. The idea alone of using my tools on you makes me sick. So, please, just say them. Because if you don't, they will throw you into the goddamn generator. And if you speak, your life will be saved, somewhat. Why? Why do I not wish for you to die? Because we share a past, a dream. And no matter what I went through, no matter how long has passed, maybe I'm still thinking about it to help me sleep at night, to keep my heart warm, to survive this hell of a city. And because if I take your own words and turn them differently, you were my greater good once. And you never left my mind. So, please, you really need to tell me the names. Stop saying this. Just stop. I said stop. Are these the only words you will tell me now? Then what choice do I have? Tell me. I have no choice but to obey the rules. I have another choice, don't I? Per the law, citizen, you have shown willingness to help the city and given me a list of names. You shall be sent to an outpost to work there for 84 years. Per the law, you shall be escorted there by a brigade of New London and a member of the Sisterhood to make sure your integration is made properly. You will not meet doom alone.